Hey guys, I hope you're having a great day. So in my previous video, I talked about some things that I got from HomeGoods and from the dollar store to organize my pantry. And I wanted to show what it looks like now before I organize it. And then I'll show you later what it looks like after. So here we go. Behind this door is a mess, so forgive me for what it looks like. Alright, here is my pantry right now. And honestly, I did have it organized at some point, but you know, life happens and I really want to reorganize it. So on the top I have like canned goods and condiments and stuff like that. And I usually have like my dry goods down there, and then cereal and snacks for the kids. And then that's kind of a mishmash shelf right there. And then all of our bulk items we have on the floor, which I need to redo. Pet items, all my baking items, and bags and stuff like that. And then I have like my really big cooking stuff up there. So I'm going to reorganize it using those items that I showed you in my last video. And so just stay tuned to see what it looks like. Alright, here's the big reveal. This is how it looks after the organization. So I cannot believe how much more space I have. So at the top I put all my holiday platters and things like that I don't use on a regular basis. And up here I have some big, like my wok and the big dish for like turkey and stuff. I have my bread maker, and I have some extra vases for flowers. And then here I have a couple of extra things that I just didn't have other space for, and my mixing bowls. And then I kept my kind of cans and jars and what have you on this shelf, but I just organized them a little better. And then here's where I used the containers from my previous video. And what I did was I just washed them really well and filled them with the different items. And I found these great labels, these chalkboard labels at the Dollar Tree. And I haven't written on them yet. That step's coming, one step at a time, right? So these have worked out really well. And then I just used the baskets that I showed you to organize different things. This one has croutons and little stuffing in there. And I'm keeping extra pastas over here that I don't have room for in the containers. And that basket back there had tortillas, but it looks like we're out. And then I put all of my different things like wraps and bags and what have you here. These are the long ones that wouldn't fit in the basket, but then I have a basket that has some other things. Some flavored coffees and teas. And then down here I have all my baking items. So all of my baking stuff goes on the same shelf. I am going to get some containers for these at some point, but one step at a time. I did go back and I went and I looked at HomeGoods, and I didn't have the same ones I was looking for, so I need to find something else that will still look cute and go with those that first set that I bought. But I have all my baking stuff down here, and then I have cereals and the kids' snacks. So in this little container I put these little dried fruits that these organic, what are these? We get these at Sam's. These Super Fusion dry fruits, some organic crackers, Cheddar Buddies, and some more dried fruit, some Kind bars, some freeze-dried peas, stuff like that. And then the cereals that we eat. And then down here I put some more snacks and chips. School just started this week, and so I kind of have a lot of chips and stuff like that. Oh, you can hear my alarm going off in the back. Hang on, let me turn it off. Okay, sorry. That was my alarm telling me it's time to take my Plexus. Anyway, so I have down here chips, which we don't need a whole lot of, but like I said, it's back to school time, and so I bought just a few extra things. I also keep down here some kind of like my surplus. So I have like this giant box of cereal to replace the other cereal when we're through. Some Cliff bars back here, some beans. This is a huge container of granola bars, as my son loves those. And I do make my own granola bars, but he just happens to like this particular kind. And check out these huge bones that my husband got for the dogs. We have 2 mini dachshunds, and then we have a Doberman, so they're quite funny together. But look at this huge bone. He ordered them online, and I don't think he realized how big they actually are, but holy Toledo, that is bigger than my arm. That is huge. But anyway, she'll be excited when she sees those. Anyway, then over here we have, let me move my broom, this huge container of pretzels. These are just individual packs. My daughter likes to take these in her lunch to school, and we went to Sam's right before school started to get some snacks and things like that for the lunches, and this is what she picked. So then at the bottom we just have water and our supply of trash bags and baggies for lunches, and kind of the big stuff down here. There's a huge container of tomato sauce and paper plates and paper towels and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, I hope this was helpful for you. I'm going to continue to organize, continue to make it look a little better. I'm not going to say every day, but maybe every few weeks. As you can tell, I love the color green. I just think it looks fresh and pretty. So my next project will be to tackle that shelf with the baking items. So I want to get those in some containers, and hopefully they'll be really, really cute, and I'll show those to you guys. Anyway, I hope you're having a great day. Let me know any other tips you might have for me, or if you want to try any of these organizational tips. But I hope you're having a great week. We'll talk to you later.